as Sags and Knobs make their way to the ring, our thanks to Liberty recording artist Ricky Lynn Gregg with a rendition of the national anthem as the Clash of the Champions is off and running, and the Nasty Boys are making their way to the ring, Brain.
And they are as nasty as ever. They were in the back area, they were kicking over cans, shoving people around. They spray painted half the building back there. They're as nasty as they come.
Well, the Nasty Boys, certainly, as you can see the fans here at Cedar Rapids, the Five Seasons Center.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I stopped today to buy a pack of gum. I gave the woman $1. She gave me back 11 pieces of corn. What does that tell you where we're at?
We have some irate fan here ringside as we are set to go back to Gary Capetta.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents in this special tag team feature, they are the World Tag Team Champions. From New York City, 242 pounds, Pretty Paul Roma. From Tampa, Florida, 252 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. The team of Pretty Wonderful.
Here they are, the World Tag Team Champions, and what can be billed as a very special grudge match or a challenge match. Wasn't too long ago on WCW Saturday night that Pretty Wonderful went into the ring to attack Kevin Sullivan and Cactus Jack. Well, they also attacked Dave on the outside. They grabbed the crutch away from Dave, and they ended up hitting everyone, including Brian Knobbs. And we will have this match coming up on the Clash of the Champions after this timeout on TBS.
Yeah.
All right, we're back live with the Clash of the Champions. Our opening bout, tag team action. The Nasty Boys set to go against the team of Pretty Wonderful, and Roman Orndorff slow to get this thing going here as the Nasty Boys right now are ruling the ring.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
Saying a lot of things going on in WCW. As you hear the chant of nasty, nasty, a lot of superstars, a lot of dignitaries, people from all over the world are here. Many of the top WCW superstars could not be here tonight. We know one for sure watching on in Chicago in his hotel room right now is Sting, making an appearance for us in Chicago. Say a special hello to him as this match is just about set to go.
I'll tell you something, during break, the Nasties tried to attack Pretty Wonderful, but they slid, they got out of the ring, they calmed things down. They're gonna set the pace for this. They're not gonna let Nasties dictate how this match is gonna go.
It is Orndorff in there against Brian Knobbs. A lot of animosity between these two teams.
Come on, referee, do your job.
Big double team.
2 men in there, that's it.
The Nasties lost the World Tag Team title in May in Philadelphia at Slamboree to Cactus Jack and Kevin Sullivan. And then in our very next pay-per-view, it was Pretty Wonderful defeating that same duo, Cactus and Kevin, to become the World Tag Team Champions. That, of course, was Bash of the Beach. Head first now. And now to the other side again. Forearm shot. Sending the man in.
Oh!
An elbow, look at this. Right hand.
You know, as nasty as these two guys are, Knobbs and Sags, can you imagine if they had somebody behind them, somebody as nasty as them with the right influence, how bad they'd be, how dangerous they'd be? But these two guys are loners. Thank goodness.
Sending Paul Roma in, and Jerry Sags runs right into the foot of Paul Roma. We're coming to you live from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Look at that! Look at that!
And Paul Roma's coming down to the mat.
Oh!
Orndorff, one half of the World Tag Team Champions.
Up, they're back to their old style. Street fighting, in the alley, any place. They don't care about the rules, but they should. This is a non-title match, but if they want to get a title shot, they're going to have to beat this team of Pretty Wonderful, and they're not going to do it by a disqualification or a count-out. They're going to have to beat them.
Oh! Big clothesline. On the floor, usually the place where the Nasty Boys reign, having problems right now. This is high-impact tag team wrestling from WCW. the first ever to bring you interactive live wrestling. And of course, we brought it to you right here on TBS, where we, Brain, let the fans decide.
Who's we?
We, WCW World Championship Wrestling does.
Oh, because I never let the fans decide anything.
You probably know other wrestling organizations trying to follow, but only here do we let the fans call the shots, and we do it once a month right here live on TBS. Watch out from behind.
Well, you got to look at it this way, Shivani. Wrestling's cool. Wrestling is real cool again, and that's why we're #1.
On the outside, and I mean on the very outside, is Jerry Sags. Knobs going over there to help him out, but he is still out in the gallery somewhere here. Clothesline from behind. A rake to the eyes.
Well, so far there's been no rhyme or reason. Oh!
Wow. Well, I would agree with that. None at all.
I mean, I know what Pretty Wonderful's doing. They're trying to slow the pace down. They want to dictate the match. Because like I've said before, the Nasties have to beat them to become #1 contenders.
Fans, like we told you, not only will we debut the Honky Tonk Man's brand new video, a man that we will see very soon here on TBS.
Will we hear him sing?
Yes, we are.
Oh, is he great?
But also, Japanese wrestling legend Antonio Inoki, in the midst of what he's calling his final countdown. We'll be wrestling Lord Steven Regal later on.
Does he have an entourage with him?
Yes.
I saw 3 rickshaws parked out back.
No, they chartered a plane from Japan, and a contingent of about 40 or 50 from Japan are here in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, but you can get 40 or 50 Japanese in 3 rickshaws.
Give me.
They're big rickshaws. They're stretch rickshaws.
Oh, yeah. Well, good. Pick up and a slam.
Look at the power of Roma, huh?
And Roma's so agile. He is up on the top. Look at that. Big elbow down on Jerry Sags.
Like a guided missile.
Brian Knobs, in typical Nasty Boys fashion, getting involved, and that enables the tag on the other end, and Paul Orndorff, one of the great veterans in our sport.
And he always knows where he's at in that ring. He's never at a loss. He constantly knows where the ropes are. He knows how far he is from his partner. They are one great tag team.
Mean Gene Okerlund will be with us throughout the night, of course. I understand he'll have an interview prior to their match with the Hulkster himself, Hulk Hogan.
I certainly hope when Hulk Hogan comes to get into the ring for the championship bout, he don't make a move at me, because, you know, I've got this bad neck courtesy of Hogan.
I know you do. I know you say you do. The chant of nasty out here from this capacity crowd in the 5 Seasons Center. You know, there's one fan really getting into this one.
Oof. All you're going to do doing that, Roma, is knock a couple more of his teeth out. He'll enjoy that.
Reverse chinlock applied by Paul Roma. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. Like you said, Braino, a win here tonight by the Nasty Boys would give them their title shot. So this is a very important match for them. And again, the chant of nasty. And that's really unusual to hear that from the fans, but they are out cheering for the Nasty Boys here. And Sags responding. He's getting back to his feet.
Oh, my achy breaky back.
Brian Knobs.
Orndorff's a little too quick.
Whoa, my. The elbow, right in the groin.
This is the Clash, Shivani.
1, 2, got a 2 count.
Come on, he had him.
He's right in enemy territory as well.
Well, I know some sophomores in high school that could count to 3 quicker than the referee could. Maybe not.
Tag out again. Holding his ground is Sags. Big shoulder blocking, down goes Orndorff. Oh my. Right to the jaw he goes. We get a double team again. This is why they're the World Tag Team Champions.
Look at that elevation on that drop kick. Romeo Roma.
1, 2. 2 count. You know, from talking to Pretty Wonderful on occasion, at least today, they were so happy, excited, proud. They say not only is it great being World Tag Team Champions, but it's great being World Tag Team Champions during this era of WCW, when we are #1, when we are the new standard in professional wrestling.
Watch WCW put a hold on you.
Here it is. He is going for the pile driver to end it, but no save. Gary Staggs, reaching down deep, makes the tag. Brian Knobs, fist of fire.
Anybody like a nice Hawaiian punch?
We'll take a clothesline or 2. Sending Orndorff to a neutral corner. But he's being double teamed. No place to go there.
You know, I'll tell you something about the Nasties. Their physical appearance is nothing like Orndorff and Roma's, but they'll go with you all night. They'll stand toe-to-toe with you all night. They're fighters. But it looks to me like it's out of control here.
I really think so. There you see Orndorff. What's he pointing to? Oh, they're going to do a double team maneuver. The swan dive.
Oh!
The big elbow.
Who got who?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's not the legal man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Staggs, Knobs, the Nasty Boys.
Well, thank goodness this was non-title.
The Nasty Boys with the major win to begin the Clash of the Champions. Iowa is Nastyville, they say.
You aren't kidding.
Here in Cedar Rapids. Wow, what a great win. And you were right, I'm not so sure who the legal man was, but it's all for naught right now because the Nasty Boys have won.
Well, I'm not sure who the legal man is either. It could be Roma, it could be Staggs. I know the referee's legal, but now there's Roma coming down. Orndorff, I don't know how he got in there. Here comes Staggs again. Looks like some air traffic controller went nuts and can't figure out how to land these planes. But they're all flying through the air here on WCW, the Clash of Champions.
We understand the Nasty Boys right now will be on the WCW Wrestling Hotline to take your calls.
Don't call them, they'll probably swear at you.
And fans, when we come back, Mean Gene talks to the world champion, the Hulkster, live on TBS.
Hey dudes, Hulk Hogan's running wild on the WCW, and I want to tell you about it right now. Call the Hulk Hogan hotline, 1-900-737-HULK. It's got 8 incredible options, like Beat the Hulk, Hulk Trivia, and one of my great Hulk messages. There's always something new on the Hulk Hogan hotline. Call now, 1-900-737-HULK. Call cost $1.49 per minute. Kids get parents' permission. Charges will appear on a parent's phone bill.
All right, welcome back to more of the Clash of Champions live from the heart of America tonight here on TBS. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce the most awesome force in World Championship Wrestling history. He is the WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Hulk Hogan. Hold on! Hey, give me a break. Hey!
Watch it. Oh, my knee.
Oh!
Give me some help. Whoa. Watch his leg. Watch his leg.
Get him!
Oh, God.
Back up.
Oh, look at that knee! Jesus! Look at that knee! Bockwinkel! Jimmy! 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 Get him on a... Get him!
Well, we are looking in horror as you are now, as someone, this is, my God, someone came out from behind Hulk Hogan during the entrance, and my God, he's been
Get some help for him!
Did you see how hard he got hit in the knee?
Well, right now out there, many members
Somebody give me a break.
of WCW officials are here.
Barnett, you saw that. Chester, you saw it. Come on, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
There's Nick Bockwinkel. Fans, I apologize for this great gun. This is absolutely horrible.
Now, this was supposed to be an interview with Hogan,
An interview with Hulk Hogan, like we said, scheduled. And as he walks towards the interview set, out of nowhere, someone, it looked like he had some sort of pipe or bar in his hand, hit him right on the knee with it.
Boy, he got him good.
Boy, you're not kidding.
They're putting on a brace right now.
All right, Mean Gene is right there. Gene,
Putting on a brace.
Can you
Tony,
hear us, Gene?
yeah, Tony, Bobby, I don't know if you can see what's going on back here. This is the most horrific thing I have ever seen. From out of nowhere, somebody came with apparently a steel pipe and absolutely blasted that left knee of Hulk Hogan. He's in tremendous pain. You can see the agony etched on his face right now, on his visage. Jimmy Hart is here. WCW Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel, the paramedics. WCW trainer Dr. Chuck is here, the director of security. But this is just an absolute madhouse, total bedlam, a zoo-like atmosphere. And what was supposed to be a grand and glorious night for wrestling fans across the country has turned into their worst nightmare. I can't believe it. This is absolutely a sham.
Well, they've called out the meat wagon for him.
Well, they have called out the medics. There's no question the EMTs are here, and they will be loading him up. There you see Chuck Tache, who is the trainer that is with all of our wrestlers wherever they go. Eric Bischoff, who of course not only is one of our announcers, is senior vice president and executive producer of World Championship Wrestling, is there.
Just a minute, wait a minute.
What?
Okay, I just got word from one of the production assistants here. They've sent word back to lock the doors to the building. No one is going to leave the building. They're searching for whoever did that to Hogan. They're back in the dressing room area right now. They're going through all the dressing rooms, all the offices back there, and I guess they're going to be going through the crowd here to find out exactly what happened and who that was.
Well, they should. That was a horrible attack, and this...
I'm going to try, Tony, to get a word with the Hulkster as they put him on. He's in way too much pain. Watch out.
What's he saying? Why me? Why me? Why me?
His first title defense.
What about the kneecap, Doc? What about that kneecap?
What about me?
We'll see about it. We'll see about it. Okay, we're gonna take him to the hospital right now, and then we'll get it taken care of.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Let's go!
All right, as you heard, they will take him to the hospital. This is absolutely horrible, fans, and I don't know what to say.
Well, Tony Schiavone, I said this is the worst nightmare of any wrestling fan. Hulk Hogan, the WCW heavyweight champion, is on the stretcher. They are taking him out of the building to a nearby hospital, apparently. We will keep you posted, keep you apprised. Eric Bischoff is going to accompany him, and I understand that Eric Bischoff is probably going to get into an ambulance and go with him.
All right.
You guys are going to have to sort it out. I can't make anything out of it.
Let's take a break right now, fans, and we'll be back live on TBS.
Huh.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on the Clash of the Champions. It is for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 237 pounds. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Fans, welcome back to the Clash of the Champions. Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan. The house is dark here for the entrance for the challenger, Ricky Steamboat, in this U.S. title bout. And as we look at Steamboat, our thoughts obviously have to be right now with Hulk Hogan. I do understand they are very close to loading Hulk, possibly. I am talking with the production truck as I speak, and put him in an ambulance to leave the Five Seasons Center and go to the hospital. There's Steamboat, the challenger, but we are all in a state of shock. Let's go back to Gary Capetta, introduction of the champion.
I'm not.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in this United States heavyweight title defense. He's from Hollywood, California. He weighs 253 pounds, and he is the United States heavyweight champion, Stunning Steve Austin.
The U.S. champion, Stunning Steve Austin. Now, fans, we want to let you know the disqualification rule has been waived, but now, wait a second. Hogan, right now, as you can see, is being loaded into an ambulance.
Do they even have a hospital here in Cedar Rapids?
Yes, they do. We understand there is one very close here.
It's not a pet clinic or something, is it?
Brain for crying. About 4 to 5 blocks away.
Bischoff is going with him, huh?
Eric Bischoff is going with them. He is in the ambulance. And fans, will be going back to the ring for this match here in just a second. There you see Nick Bockwinkel. And the ambulance will be leaving here shortly. Eric is with them. We will attempt to get in touch with Eric as soon as possible to see on the condition of Hulk Hogan.
You know, this jam-packed house here, everybody just stood there with their mouth open. You could hear the jaws hit the floor as Hogan hit the floor.
I mean, the obvious question is, can he wrestle?
Oh, I doubt it.
I mean, he has
a world
title defense against Ric Flair coming up in this program. All right, well, fans, we will keep you abreast as to what's going on here. That was incredible. Steamboat and Stunning Steve now to do battle for the U.S. title. We mentioned the disqualification rule has been waived, and that means if Stunning Steve gets disqualified, then he's going to lose that title to Ricky Steamboat.
And if Steamboat gets disqualified, he can't. Right? The rule is waived, so he can do whatever he wants.
Well, if he gets disqualified, obviously he won't win the title.
Well, he can't get disqualified. There is no disqualification rule. So that means Steamboat can do whatever he wants.
No, there's
Stunning Steve Austin's title's at stake because of this.
No, that's not right. On the ropes. Steamboat can get disqualified. However, if Stunning Steve gets disqualified, then he loses the title.
Oh, it's worse than I thought. So everything is in his favor. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Well, I think Stunning Steve brought this on himself, as a matter of fact. If you just joined us, Hulk Hogan came out for an interview with Mean Gene and was attacked. Went down in a heap, and I mean, he was apparently hit on the knee. We talked to Ron Kirk, who's out here with us, our stage manager, and Ron said that someone came, and he was out there with Gene from behind, appeared to be dressed in black, and hit him on the knee, on the kneecap, apparently. Or
was it a wrestler?
I don't know.
Here, let's ask Ron. He's right here. Exactly what happened.
Did you see, Ron, what happened? All right, we are listening. Yeah, Ron.
Oh, that's news.
1, 2, got a 2 count.
I don't know if the people could hear him, but he said somebody came running out the back, all dressed in black, whacked Hogan with about a 3-foot piece of pipe, and it says he doubted if Hogan will ever wrestle again. He says his career could be over. Hit him right flush in the kneecap.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully we'll be getting a report from Eric Bischoff in a few moments. But right now, though, This fight goes on for the U.S. title. Disqualification rule has been waived. Steamboat with a great drop kick. And again. And to the chest. Steamboat, one of the great superstars in our sport, walks right into an elbow. Stunning Steve. All right, as you can see the ambulance, we are following the ambulance with our cameras right now as they go. We understand it's about 5 blocks to the hospital here. Following Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff is there with him.
Why don't they just take him to the edge of town and dump him?
What are you talking about?
Hogan. I didn't get any sympathy when I was worked over. I didn't have 200 people on their hands and knees crying, trying to help me up like they were helping Hogan up. I don't really care if he ever wrestles again. I don't ever care if he walks again.
Well, that's the question here.
Well, you know as well as I, Schiavone, if he goes to the hospital right now in the meat wagon, they're not going to let him out of there in the next hour, 2 hours. He's going to be there all night.
2 count. Over the top. Steamboat, watch out. 1. I got a penny predicament here. Steamboat reverses. 1, 2. We got a 2 count.
It's so dangerous wrestling Steamboat because he's so quick and he's so fast and he's always where you don't want him to be. And he's got you. But Stunning Steve is the United States Heavyweight Champion. And for you to be coming again, Steamboat, you have to beat him. Who's that hick? Big mouth.
Having a problem with Steamboat. Once again, fans, don't forget the disqualification rule has been waived. Should Stunning Steve get disqualified, like we've said before, then he will lose the title.
Well, see, if Steamboat was smart, I would set Austin up in a position to let him throw me into the ropes. And I would just jump over the ropes to the floor until the referee threw me over the top. I'd become United States champion. But does he want to win it like that? Oh, no. He wants to do it the old-fashioned way. He wants to earn it.
What's wrong with that?
The money's the same, whether you earn it or you scam it.
Now, that's a nice thing. You know how many young people we have watching this program?
Well, it's not a nice thing to do. Of course not. But, I mean, you have to fight fire with fire. That's what I do. If I wanted to become United States champion and didn't like Austin, but I'm not like that.
Austin so many times has tried to cut corners, take shortcuts, the inroads to being the champion. He has held on to the title, a title he has held since December of '83. Out goes Steamboat.
Well, that was close, because Steamboat could have gone over the top. Real easy.
And Steamboat's gonna drag him out with it. We got a fight on the floor. Steamboat and Stunning Steve going opposite ways now. Steamboat's gonna catch him on the other side.
It's like 2 Amtraks, head on.
Sleeper. And again into the ropes. Oh, Stunning Steve with a jawbreaker.
Wow.
What a great counter maneuver that was by the United States champion.
Well, you see how fast Steamboat is, but notice how clever and sharp Austin is. I mean, he's done his homework. He knows what to expect out of Steamboat. Steamboat, you're not going to become United States champion.
Fans, we have just been informed that air traffic control in Chicago has called Sting, seeing what has happened, has boarded a chartered airplane and is en route. And he has wanted to pass on a message. I'm getting this. Pass on a message to Hulk Hogan that he will wrestle in his place if need be tonight. And Sting says he'll be arriving here very soon.
So Sting's in Chicago for some charity event, right?
Right.
He sees this on TV. He boards a Learjet and is going to be here within, oh my goodness.
Well, I'm not so sure he's got on it right now, but they have filed their flight plan, and they'll be heading this way very soon. It's about a 30-minute flight from Chicago here to Cedar Rapids. Steamboat now is up on top. Pulling down on the arm of Stunning Steve. It's the first time I've ever seen that maneuver, Brain.
Well, you see a lot of things out of Steamboat you never see before. He's always got something new.
1, 2 from the big chop. He got a 2 count.
But he's not United States champion, is he? Nah, 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 nah.
Well, he's not right now. I tell you, one thing about Steamboat,
champ's gonna get you. What I tell you? Come on, Austin.
Apparently some loudmouth
Iowan in. Is that what they call them? Iowan
Stunning
ins?
Steve fan.
They call them Iowa ins, or what do they call the people that live here? Humanoids, I guess. Thank you.
You can answer your own questions usually. Stunning Steve, U.S. champ.
Only intelligent answers I ever get. Don't waste your time with him, Stunning Steve. Finish him off, because at the last minute, he can catch one on you.
2 count. And Stunning, I don't know what he thinks he's accomplishing by this.
Well, you don't want to make Steamboat mad.
Well, that's
you
what
want to
he's
make
doing.
him make a mistake, is what you want to do.
Exactly. That's a good point, Brain.
Of course it's a good point. Why I'm the brain.
That's not what they were saying when you walked out here before we went on the air.
It was because of the shabby introduction I had, courtesy of Tony Schiavone.
Right now, though, the U.S. champ, Stunning Steve, with that Dragon Slayer planted on his tights, is doing exactly that, having his way with the Dragon 2 count.
Like it or not, he is the United States champion. And Steamboat's not.
This U.S. title bout, a return bout of such from our Bash of the Beach, when Austin deliberately tried to get disqualified to hold on to the title many times.
Don't believe that. I don't buy that.
Once again, fans, if you just joined us, Hulk Hogan with a sneak attack. You know, Flair said, I have the ultimate surprise for Hulk Hogan. And he may have pulled off the perfect crime if he's behind this.
I would say whoever hit him in the knee did a perfect job.
In the chest, and a chop, and again, back and forth they go. Once again, we'll keep you abreast of the situation involving Hulk Hogan. Up, and over a pickup.
Wow.
What a match we got going on here. A double
are
chop from the
kidding.
steamer. And he tried a swan dive off of the left side.
Back and forth, back and forth.
1, 2, we got a 2 count.
He's pretty far away.
He
got him.
connected though.
He
The
got
U.S.
him.
champ. Right along the chest. Here he goes. 1, 2, got a 2 count.
Are they going to let the cameras in the hospital?
And then that I don't know. As we talk, our producers, Craig Leathers, Keith Mitchell, our director, Dan Bynum, right now, all working to try to establish communication with Eric Bischoff.
Is Bischoff in the meat wagon with him?
He is in the ambulance with him. 1, 2. We do understand Henry Holmes, the attorney for Hulk Hogan.
Sherlock's brother?
No. Who is Hulk's attorney, who's the attorney for George Foreman, many sports superstars, is at the hospital as well. And maybe he can shed some light on it. Big
Ooh.
chop.
What a match this is, Schiavone.
Right hand from Steamboat. And again, the U.S. champion is in trouble. Dangled up. Whoa, no, he's not in trouble. Great counter move with a headbutt.
I suggest if there's any Hulk Hogan fans out there, you get on the phone right now and call anybody you know, because this is only the second match so far. We've got a lot more to come, and if you're interested about the condition of Hulk Hogan, we will have it here for you. Oh!
A picture is worth 1,000 words on that one.
That'll ruin your weekend.
And now Steamboat's going up top,
All the way to the top.
trying to become the U.S. champion. Can he get him over?
Take it to the floor. Take it to, yes.
Oh my goodness, he could not. What a move by Stunning Steve, who has just continued to battle on this turnbuckle.
Look at the sweat dripping off his face. They have gone at it non-stop.
The fans are chanting Steamer's name. He wants to become the U.S. champion for the second time in his career. His first title reign ended in 19. Oh my, head first.
The Dragon went boom. Kaboom. Cover him, Steve. You've got him now. Cinch him, roll him up, hook the tights, cover him. Put your foot on the rope, do whatever you have to.
Come on, Austin. That stinking guy don't have a clue what's
There's
going
that
on.
Austin fan again.
Well, Stunning Steve has a lot of fans. He's United States champion.
Right. And right now, again, so many times.
Don't taunt him, don't play with him.
That's right, this is the wrong thing to do. You mentioned this before.
It's the wrong guy to do it to. But obviously Austin has confidence. Obviously he knows something about Steamboat that we don't know.
Oh, there's a blast from the past, a little Hollywood blonde type filming there. And look at this slapping. This is.
See, if Steamboat had been slapped like that when he was a kid, he wouldn't be the punk he is today.
Well, I think he's had enough. In effect, Austin has allowed Steamboat to mount this comeback you're watching right now just by slapping and taunting the Dragon.
And he's also allowed him to get to his feet.
And Steamboat's had enough. To the top of the head, to the side of the jaw, to the chest. And now for the ride, the double chop. Steamboat, a big second win and a cover. No, Sarah, 2 count. Steamboat shoots him in. We've got a spine buster. 1, 2.
No.
Austin got out of that again.
How does he do it? How does he keep fighting like this?
Steamboat catches it.
Well, that's not your average ride at the fair.
1, 2.
No.
Austin again is out.
He's not going to get him. If he didn't get him by now, he's not going to get him.
Inside cradle. 1, 2. No, sir. Austin escapes again. Showing why he's the U.S. champion. Stunning Steve. 1, 2. He gets out again. And now Stunning Steve picks Steamboat up. He's got a backslide. 1, 2.
No, he don't have it.
Oh my, what a match.
The average man would have been pinned 20 times by now.
Sunset flip. 1, 2. And he's out again.
Back and forth, back and forth. What action?
Oh my, clothesline. Stunning Steve and Ricky Steamboat, old enemies, no strangers.
Oh no!
If that would have been a disqualification, if he hits the floor, he'll be the champion.
Why didn't Steamboat hit the floor? Is he that dumb?
He's gonna roll him up. 1.
No,
sir. 2 count. Stunning Steve, Steamboat. 1, 2, 3.
He got him! I do not believe this!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and new United States Heavyweight Champion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat!
Ricky Steamboat! We have to take a break. Is the U.S. champion. We will try to get contact with Eric Bischoff when we come back.
What a clash! What a clash!
All right, fans, we're back with you here live on TBS in the Clash of the Champions, joined at ringside by me, Gene Oakland, and you were right there when that all took place to Hulk Hogan.
I'll tell you what is just what has become a nightmare for me. I couldn't believe it. It was supposed to be one of the biggest nights ever in World Championship Wrestling history. And then from out of the shadows, back at the entrance, somebody came up and absolutely blew away that knee on Hulk Hogan. I mean, I still cannot comprehend how it all happened.
All right, I believe we have a report from the hospital from Eric Bischoff, and let's go to that at this time.
Eric. I want you guys in the middle. Come on, bring it out.
Look, I don't know a lot.
Ambulance right over here. The only thing I do know, they're going in to check him. We won't know anything specifically till we hear from a spokesman from the hospital. As you can see, he's on his way to the emergency room. The only thing I know from talking to Hulk Hogan inside of the ambulance, he didn't see anything. All he felt was something snap inside of his knee. He didn't see anything. As he said, it felt like someone fell out of the rafters on his knee. Again, we don't know anything now. I'm going to try to get, here, you take this. I'm going to try to get some information. I'll be careful.
All right. Eric now going into the emergency room here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The question is about the match that he has, a title defense against Ric Flair coming up live here tonight.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, Tony. I have cornered Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel in the back room. When we come back here on TBS, I'm going to be talking to Commissioner of World Championship Wrestling, and we'll try get the facts. Get that smile off your face. You got it.
I can smile whenever I want. Hey, Hogan, I hope the bedpan's not cold.
Fans, not only will we come back, will Mean Gene talk to Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel, but the Honky Tonk Man, a man arriving very soon to WCW, will debut his brand new video, all live on the Clash of the Champions. Stay with us. Back with you live at the Clash of the Champions from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. In just a few moments, Mean Gene will be talking to Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel. But before we go there, let's debut the newest video from the Honky Tonk Man, a man coming very soon to World Championship Wrestling.
Hey, buddy, which way the WCW wrestling match? Well, you go down here and you turn left, then you go to 4th and turn right. I'm going down there tonight. Thank you very much. Is that who I thought it was?
I drive a pink Cadillac, I got my hair slicked back, I got all kind of girls hanging on my back. You're just a honky dog, baby. Honky dog, baby. You're just a honky dog, baby. Honky dog, baby. You're just a honky dog, baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me. I play a mean guitar, I sing a rhythm and blues. You better not step on honky's blue suede shoes. You're just a honky dog, baby. Honky dog, baby. You're just a honky dog, baby. You're just a honky dog, baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me. You're just a honky dog, baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me. You're just a honky dog. 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 You're just a honky dog, baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me. You're just a honky dog, baby, and you ain't gonna walk on me.
All right, fans, there you have it, the Honky Tonk Man. And, of course, this is the Clash of the Champions. Joining me at this time, and I want to recap what has taken place thus far here in Cedar Rapids, here in the heart of America tonight. We have a new U.S. champ. He's Ricky Steamboat. But also earlier on tonight, one of the most appalling things I have ever seen, Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel joining me at this time. First of all, have you heard anything definitive from the hospital regarding the condition of Hulk Hogan?
At this point, we still don't know enough to make a statement.
All right, that I guess poses a certain set of conditions here tonight. As you know, Hulk Hogan was to defend the WCW heavyweight title against the Nature Boy Ric Flair. If he is unable to defend, what will the status of that title be?
Under the circumstances, under the contract, under the agreement, what it comes down to is simply this. This is live, this is right now. This man was supposed to step into the ring within an hour, hour and 15 minutes from now, whatever the time would be. If the champion Hulk Hogan cannot step into the ring, as sad as I must say it is, he would have to relinquish and forfeit the title to the challenger. And it would be
That, as you can tell by the reaction of this crowd, would be a very unpopular decision, Mr. Bockwinkel.
It would be an extremely unpopular decision, but right now we're trying to reach all of the board members of the WCW. We are desperately trying to see if we can come up with anything better than that.
You know, Bockwinkel, I'm not so certain that Flair probably didn't order this hit on Hogan himself.
We have no proof of any kind, of any circumstances, so we can only run with the rules that we've got staring right in front of us.
All right, there you have it. Commissioner of World Championship Wrestling, Nick Bockwinkel. You heard what he had to say. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more of the Clash of the Champions live here on TBS.
The chant of Hogan is still surrounding this 5-season center. But fans, one of our big matches coming up tonight pits father and son together for the very first time in WCW. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, at his son's side, Dustin Rhodes. Let's take a look at what has transpired leading up to this match tonight.
I want everybody to bear with me just for a minute. I want to talk to my son in front of the whole world. When you were born, when you were a baby, and when you were born, I went off to seek my fame and fortune. I neglected you. Then later on, when I became world heavyweight champion, I neglected you. Then lately I became this corporate cowboy, if you will, in public with a suit and tie on, and I neglected you. And when it came down to choose a partner, I was off in Hollywood. And I neglected you. Let me tell you something. Bunkhouse Buck, let me tell you, Colonel Parker, they all nothing but chicken thieves. That's all they are, brother. Let me tell you something else. Terry Funk is nothing but a low-life, watermelon thief, egg-sucking dog. And let me tell you something about Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson, my son, offered up his innocence, and you paid him back in scorn. The hell with you, Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson has never been nothing but a walk behinder. And when you walk behind and you're not a leader, then the view never changes, baby. The view never changes, baby. The view never changes. You have the ability to be the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. There is not a greater athlete at your age in this sport. But I want to ask you a favor. I want to ask you a favor in front of God and the whole world. I know that the Clash of Champions on August the 24th, you put your name on the dotted line. I don't want you to look for another partner. I don't want you to go and find another man. I don't want you to go out and get on your knees and beg another scum-sucking pig to be your partner. I'm asking you if you can carry this old out of shape, old bent out, old spindly-legged man. I want to be your partner. I don't need no handshake, because out there right now tonight there's people with their brothers and their sisters and their wives. They are blood. The Kennedys were blood. The Earps were blood. The Rhodes are blood. I don't need a handshake. What I need now from you is just a hug and a kiss to seal the deal, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team event, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the greatest promoter on the face of the earth, Colonel Robert Parker, along with Meng. First, from the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, Terry Funk. And ladies and gentlemen, his tag team partner from Bucksnort, Tennessee, weighing 261 pounds, Bunkhouse Buck.
Bunkhouse Buck and Terry Funk, after we have seen that emotional stand by the three-time world champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. In a few moments, he will step through the curtain to team with his son for the first time here in the States in WCW. It's going to be very emotional. And we will have their entrance right after this timeout on TBS.
And ladies and gentlemen, the opponents of Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck. First, from Austin, Texas, weighing 261 pounds, the natural, Dustin Rhodes. And his partner in this world-renowned father-son team from Austin, Texas, 287 pounds, three-time former world heavyweight champion, the charismatic American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Well, there's trouble in Iowa again.
Here we go.
Over the top, and down goes Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck. The Rhodes family together again.
I don't think you understand the history of this, Schiavone. They're both Texans. I'm talking about Funk and Rhodes. This goes back long time. This goes back for, I would say, 25, 30 years from when they were children and everything. They've never liked each other. They never will like each other, and it will never be over, as far as they're concerned, until one of them is out of this sport.
One of the great icons in this sport, three-time world champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, beside his son, as you saw earlier. He's been in Hollywood working with some of the greatest actors in our sport, in Hollywood, like Gene Barry, and working on Burke's Law. He had neglected his son, but now they are together again. Over the top, Bunkhouse Buck and Dustin, and a boot to the jaw. And you talked about the hatred between the Rhodes family and the Funk family. I always thought, and I've been mentioning this on my Hotline Report on Tuesdays, I always thought from the beginning this had been a ploy by Colonel Parker and Terry Funk to get Dusty Rhodes eventually back in the ring.
Well, if that was their plan, it worked, because Dusty Rhodes right now is on the apron, and he's only one step away from being in that ring. And it's going to happen, and this place is going to erupt when he gets in that ring. And I hope it's against Terry Funk, because that's going to be a fight.
Here's the double team, wrong man. Terry Funk hits hard on the outside. Here goes Bunkhouse Buck to join him.
One goes in, one goes out, back and forth.
It's Terry Funk now, and we've got an atomic drop. Look at Dustin Rhodes taking on everyone.
Goodness.
You knew the natural that cast.
Why do they let him wrestle with a cast?
Here he comes.
Here we go.
And the fans are right with him here. The American Dream.
He wants Buck, he wants Parker, but he really wants Funk, believe me.
Oh, he's going with the elbow. He wants Terry Funk in there too.
And Terry Funk wants him.
Well, I'm not so sure. He needs to make a tag here if he wants him badly enough. And he stays on the outside.
Don't forget, Dusty hasn't been in the ring for a while.
Fans, you heard Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel. If Hulk Hogan cannot go, Dustin shielding the corner that time, helping his father in the turnbuckle. And an elbow. Another one. We're going to have some double elbow. He whips them together.
I'll tell you, he doesn't look rusty.
No,
Dusty.
he looks great. That's a pile of humanity. There's your stud stable.
It's early. It's early.
Once again, fans, you heard Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel say, if Hogan cannot make it back, there's a power slam and a cover. 1, 2, then the title will be forfeited to Ric Flair. We will hopefully get another report from the hospital still to come. We got a cowboy boot in the back of the head from Bunkhouse.
And for the benefit of the people that didn't see what happened, Hogan came out to do an interview. Somebody ran out and attacked him with a pipe. We don't know who it is or what it is or where he went, but Hogan's at the hospital right now.
The tag, and thanks to the cowboy boot in the back of the noggin, we've got an advantage now for the stud stable.
And they better bring the meat wagon back, because someone's going to the hospital in this match, I bet.
Trying to DDT that time to no success as Dustin held the rope, Terry Funk. And look at Dustin. You talk about a youngster who's got determination and heart. This youngster was born a winner.
Funk?
He came from his father. Well, they both were. Tag mate. Here he comes. The American Dream. Randy Anderson not going to allow the tag.
Well, he's got to see it, Giovanni.
Watch out. Bunkhouse back. He hit the wrong man. Boy, they have just been one step off tonight.
Boy, they look like they may be intimidated by the team of the Rhodeses.
Now the tag. And now the American Dream. Double coconuts. Colonel Parker's up on the apron. Arn Anderson's out here. Wait a minute.
Who's legal?
Well, it's not Arn Anderson. And he trips up Dusty Rhodes.
Well, you know, that goes back a long way, too. The bad blood between the Rhodes family and the Andersons. How come no one likes the Rhodes family? Tell me. I know why. They're a bunch of barnyard buffoons.
They are not. And look, they're trying to break the arm of Dusty, just like they did his youngster Dustin at Bash of the Beach. Look at this.
And they'll do it.
And that's what they're trying to do. You're right about the bad blood. Meanwhile, as Colonel Parker runs around on the outside, Ming remains in the corner. As calm as they come.
Look at it, they're standing. They are standing here live in Cedar Rapids.
And now the tap. The youngster's in. Dustin Rhodes, the natural, whips him in. The Warrior. We've got more than a wrestling match. We got a war here.
Who is legal?
And what does it matter?
I guess you're right. It doesn't matter.
This is tremendous action.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No. I really think it's Buck.
I think it's fun.
Oh!
I know it's not Parker. Uh-oh. Dustin touched the Colonel.
Well, Arn Anderson in. He puts the DDT on.
And he's going right for Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, he's been DDT. Wait a minute. And there's Ming. Elbow. Watch out behind you is Ming. Look at him waiting for him.
Dusty, look out.
Where's he going?
He knows better. He knows better.
What's he going to get here?
Probably a board or something. It's a chair. Well, he's going to sit down and talk it over. Dusty won't sit down and talk it over.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness!
Run for your life!
the chair on, and he's got a nerve hold on Dusty.
Good. The Rhodes are getting what they deserve. They're getting exactly what they deserve.
And Buck and Arn Anderson are keeping Dustin out. Dusty is down.
This may be the end of Dusty Rhodes. You may be watching the end of Dusty Rhodes here right now.
Finally, Frankie Lancaster's come in from the dressing room midsection. And Ming has dropped him as well. We got some other security help trying to come in, but Ming is right back to that nerve hold on the American Dream. Desperately need some help, and we need some more help in the ring. Finally, Doug Dillinger, Greg Gagne is in. Ming will not let, but finally he got, get out of here. Oh, this is horrible. Fans, we got to take a break as they try to clear out this ring. When we come back, we hope to check in with Eric Bischoff and possibly hear from Ric Flair. All right, we're back live on the Clash of the Champions from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and his son, the Natural Dustin Rhodes, win that matchup. I want to let you know very briefly, we'll be going to Eric Bischoff at the hospital in just a few moments. We have been given word that this coming Saturday on WCW Saturday Night, due to their win against Pretty Wonderful, the Nasty Boys will go for the World Tag Team title against Pretty Wonderful, 6:05 Eastern Time this coming Saturday night.
On television this Saturday night.
This Saturday night on TBS.
Well, if anything, this Saturday is going to be like anything we've just seen here. They better get the SWAT team out. I mean, look at Dusty Rhodes. Came back to help his kid, and what happened? He's been carted out now. Ming was like a one-man gang.
You're exactly right. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, helped out. Hopefully he will be okay. But earlier in the night, you just joined us, Hulk Hogan, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, with an attack on his knee. We've been following the story with Eric Bischoff, who files this report.
All right, I don't know anything more than I knew earlier. Obviously, they wouldn't let me in. I haven't had the opportunity to talk to a spokesperson. I do know that Jimmy Hart, Henry Holmes, the attorney, I see them over by the door. We'll try to get together with them and find out exactly what is going on. All I can say is, by the looks on everyone's faces, it doesn't look good for Hulk Hogan. Henry Holmes, you were in there, they let you in as his attorney. Tell me what the situation is.
Right now, Hulk is in X-ray. The doctor is extremely concerned because it is a knee injury, but the severity of the knee injury. He's in a great deal of pain, which makes it difficult to examine him. I have advised him, in light of the injury, the knee injury, which is a very, very serious type of injury, that he should decline to wrestle tonight and he should concede his belt to Ric Flair. I've talked with Mr. Bischoff and the other powers that be at the WCW, and in exchange for that, they have guaranteed Hulk the first shot, the first title shot with Ric Flair. It's out of Ric Flair's hands. He's guaranteed the first title shot. However, Hulk seems to be determined on wrestling tonight. He's not listening to me. Jimmy has tried. Brutai has tried. I called his agent, Peter Young from Los Angeles, who's also talked to Hulk, and Hulk seems to be determined.
So is he or isn't he? What is his status?
He seems to be determined. He wants to wrestle. We don't want him to wrestle.
Jimmy?
I'm just going to tell you, Hulk's hard-headed. He's going to do what Hulk Hogan wants to do, right, Brutai?
That's right. Hulkster says what Hulkster wants to do, Hulkster's going to do, and there's no power on this earth. There's nothing that could change his mind at this point. As Henry said, everybody's tried to talk to him. We've tried to talk sense to him. We've tried to talk logic to him, but he's not having any part of it.
All right, there's some activity back in the back again. That's all we know from here. Back to you. I'll be right in. I'll be right in.
All right, I thank you very much, Eric Bischoff, and welcome back to the Clash of the Champions. That is the latest medical update on the status of WCW Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan. However, there is a man that I want to pose a question to. Please welcome my guest at this time, the man who was supposed to challenge Hogan here tonight, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Century Sherry, Ric Flair, Many in this capacity crowd here tonight speculate that the chicanery that transpired earlier on in the evening, you probably had something to do with it. I don't know if you want to address that sensitive subject or not.
Let's address two things. If you don't shut up, I'll talk. The first is this. I am an 11-time world heavyweight champion, and I came here tonight to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship. If Hogan has a mishap along the way, that's not my problem. Not by a long shot. The second problem I have with this whole scenario is Nick Bockwinkel tells the world that if Hogan can't wrestle, they're going to hand me the belt. Wrong! Hogan, if you can hear me, you listen up. If you're in that hospital in downtown Cedar Rapids, I want you to walk down that aisle. Hand me the World Championship and say, Ric Flair, you're right. You are the greatest of all time. The Queen came here for one reason. What was it, Queen?
Hulk Hogan, I came here to Cedar Rapids tonight by Ric Flair in order to dance passionately on your grave. And that is exactly what I am going to do.
Hogan, walk the aisle.
All right, a very unusual request from Ric Flair. He has demanded that Hulk Hogan walk down to ringside and hand the WCW heavyweight title over to him. It would be a cold day, well, in Cedar Rapids. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more of the Clash of Champions live here on TBS.
I led to believe my eyes here that this man from overseas is receiving a plaque for being an honorable wrestler.
All right, fans, back with you live from Cedar Rapids, the Clash of the Champions. Our next event will have Japanese legend Antonio Inoki against Lord Steven Regal. But in the meantime, during the commercial break, Gene, you were informed with some, what I think is tremendous, at least from my point of view, some tremendous information.
Well, the baseball strike is not over, Tony. However, I just talked to Eric Bischoff, and ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan somehow has dragged himself up, and he is on his way back to the Five-Season Center. Ric Flair may have a big surprise coming.
Whoa. Hulk Hogan is on his way back here?
He is on his way back.
You're going to yell at me, I can hear you. But he's on his way back to the building?
That's right, you heard right.
We heard that he walked out and he was going to walk back to the building, is what we heard.
He's walking back from the hospital
Absolutely.
to the building to get in the ring and hand Flair the belt?
No, to wrestle Flair, I'm sure.
I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
All right, believe it, because my sources are usually correct, Bobby Heenan. Give me a break.
Gene, as we go on out here and we await possibly that big matchup, we also have our friends back at the 900 number, the hotline, Chris Cruz and Mike Tenay.
Yes, and of course, they're going to keep you posted right now on the condition. Everything that's happening in the backstage locker room area, give them a call at 1-900-909-9900. My goodness, they have to talk to the likes of Colonel Parker, Terry Funk, Bunkhouse Buck. Give them a call, kids. You must have your parents' permission.
And we will keep you abreast as well. Hulk Hogan is on his way back to the Five-Season Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
I can hear that.
It is time to go back to the ring. Lord Steven Regal against Antonio Inoki.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, a special event. It is set for one fall. Introducing first, to be accompanied by his attendant, Sir William, from Blackpool, England, weighing 18 stone, 2 pounds. He is the World Television Champion, Lord Steven Regal.
Lord Steven Regal, the World Television Champion, in a match that he actually brought on himself. is going to be facing one of the real legends in our sport, Antonio Inoki. And we'll have Inoki's entrance on the Clash of the Champions after this timeout.
He's walking here?
Hogan is.
And ladies and gentlemen, the opponent of Lord Steven Regal, he is from Tokyo, Japan. He weighs 245 pounds, an esteemed member of the Japanese Congress, the legendary Antonio Inoki.
It is truly a pleasure and an honor to have such a well-known athlete in the world.
And you're right about that, Giovanni. Lord Steven Regal certainly is.
Antonio Inoki has arrived, and Regal didn't even want him in the ring. Antonio Inoki, 33 years in this sport. A man who was discovered while he lived in Brazil. He and his family had moved from Japan to Brazil 33 years ago. The father of Japanese wrestling, Ricky Doza, discovered him 33 years ago.
Ricky Dozan.
What did I say?
Dozo. Bozo.
Doza. Discovered him, the father of Japanese wrestling. He was a shot put champion in Brazil. And he started at age 17. And now in the ring, Antonio Inoki. And I mentioned earlier, this was his final countdown. He is looking to get re-elected in the spring in the House of Councilors, the upper house of the Japanese Parliament. He spent the last 4 years there.
Break the hold. Back up.
And he wants to go into politics full time. This is his final countdown, where he will wrestle some of the top superstars. And he's wrestling Lord Steven Regal here. Of course, we all remember what happened, that embarrassing situation at Bash at the Beach.
Well, Antonio Inoki, you know, he wrestled Muhammad Ali a few years ago.
That's 1976.
Right. And he wrestled Andre the Giant. I think he holds a victory over Andre the Giant.
In a martial arts fight, you're right. He's the world martial arts champion. A national hero of Japan. They call him a samurai who's come to life. Forearm shot and an uppercut. But right now, this samurai come to life, this national hero of Japan, having pretty rough going. You saw some of our Japanese fans here. We talked about, what, around 60, 50 or 60
Well, there's 3 rickshaws out back, so that would hold 60 of them.
Chartered a plane for Antonio Inoki.
And he's going to run for what, Emperor, you say?
Re-election to House of Councilors.
I guess he sold his camera store, huh?
That's, give me a break. That's the equivalent of the U.S. Senate, by the way. Back in the corner now. Oh, a headbutt to the side of the jaw of Antonio Inoki. Lord Steven Regal looking very good here.
Very good, very good. Maybe Inoki should have kept his mouth shut and not get involved with his lordship. It's a heck of a way to end your career. I guess if you're beaten by the best, there's no disgrace.
You know, you mentioned about the 1976 match he had against Muhammad Ali. Take a look at this. We've got a fight going on here. 1976, he and Muhammad Ali went at it in the ring, and we have a tremendous year remaining in World Championship Wrestling. Of course, Starrcade comes up in December. In October 23rd, Halloween Havoc will come from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit to benefit the Muhammad Ali Foundation. Many celebrities from the sports entertainment world will be on hand, and we'll have more on that in the coming weeks and months. They are right in front of us now.
WCW is cool.
Oh, watch out. Kicks him right on us here. Regal not letting Inoki in the ring.
Well, he has pounded Inoki since the bell rang. Did you hear those kicks?
Uppercuts. Inoki fighting back. Tried a reverse kick that time, but Regal reverses it. Well,
Regal's done his homework.
Let's let the fans know that our next pay-per-view spectacular is going to be Fall Brawl on Sunday, the 18th of September It will originate from the Civic Center in Roanoke, Virginia, in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley. And let our fans in the Roanoke Valley area know that tickets will go on sale this Monday at the Civic Center box office and all Ticketmaster locations. So you want to get your tickets. Fall Brawl course, War Games, the match be on 2 rings enclosed in a cage.
Well, if you get there Tuesday, you're going to be too late because they'll probably be all gone Monday.
Fans, wait a minute. Keith Mitchell, one of our producers, said we are breaking cameras away to go to the back because Hulk Hogan has arrived in the building. He is here.
Let's go to that. I want to see that.
He is here in the 5-season center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
I can't believe he walked here. He may be Hulk Hogan to a lot of people, but he's not Clark Kent. He's not Superman.
All right, we have a camera back there. Let's go to it if we can at this time. There you see the Hulkster's dressing room area. He has arrived. He is in his dressing room area. The Hulkster. The fans see it here on the large screen. Listen in.
He's got the belt strapped around his waist.
Brudai is with him. Jimmy Hart, Henry Holmes, his attorney. Meanwhile, we got a fight going on here, an international fight.
Choke. He's choking him now. Great martial arts. Took him down with a nice go-behind choke. Oh, here comes bad news.
Well, Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel is making his way here.
Yes, this guy, what time it is, he tells you how to build a watch. What could this be now? Hope you don't put the bite on me.
All right, we're going to put a headset on Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel.
Find out from him about this Hogan mess.
Well, Nick, I know it's been a very busy night for you, and you made the announcement earlier. That Flair would get the belt, but Hogan is back in the building. Is he going to wrestle?
Hogan is back in the building. We have advised him not to wrestle. His attorney's done the same thing. Jimmy Hart has done it. And the word is he plans on coming to the ring. He plans on coming in to wrestle. And I told him that WCW cannot be responsible.
Well, I'm sure that's the case.
Well, let me interject one thing. If he comes and gets in this ring to wrestle, it'll be for the championship of the world, won't it?
It will be for the championship of the world.
Say it again so I hear it.
It will be for the championship of the world, Mr. Heenan.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Bockwinkel.
All right, our thanks to Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel, who has advised him not to wrestle. His attorney, Henry Holmes, says do not wrestle. But you know the Hulkster.
Boy, this is going to be like finding money. It's going to be like finding money for Flair.
The millions of Hulkamaniacs around the world awaiting Hulk Hogan, who is here and who will come to the ring, we understand.
Do you have any cotton with you?
No.
Because when Flair puts him in that figure 4 and you hear that knee snap, you're going to really be able to hear it. I don't want to hurt my ears.
Inoki put a sleeper hold on Regal and brought him down.
And I can't believe it. I can't believe how Hogan would leave the hospital. And I don't know if he walked back or they took him back in the meat wagon or how he got here, but he's in the building. He's in the house. I can't believe he'd even want to bother.
Come on, Inoki, what do you say?
This is quite a fight we got going on here, Brent.
This is quite a fight.
Over the top. The butterfly suplex from Regal puts Inoki down and kicks away.
So he's going to be the equivalent of a senator, right?
He is the equivalent of a senator right now.
So basically, it'd be like Lord Stephen Regal suplexing Ted Kennedy.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I'd like to see
Your
that.
analogies are unbelievable.
Well, it makes sense. He's a senator, isn't he?
Yes, he is. An uppercut. Regal, that European uppercut. He tried to go for it again, and again a sleeper hold put on.
It's a choke, Schiavone's on the throat.
In Japan, they call it a choke sleeper. That's true.
An Adam's apple.
And he put him out with it. The choke sleeper's on, and Regal's out.
Get it off him quick. You can hurt him. Come on, ref, break it.
Inoki.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the legendary Antonio Inoki.
This is non-title. There was no TV title on the line here.
Absolutely. Antonio Inoki gets the win sweeper, as they call it in Japan. One of his many moves.
Boy, he did.
Fans, stay right where you are. When we come back here on the Clash of the Champions, we told you, Hulkster's in the building. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, still to come.
Running wild on the WCW, and I want to tell you about it right now. Call the Hulk Hogan hotline, 1-900-737-HULK. It's got 8 incredible options, like Beat the Hulk, Hulk Trivia, and one of my great Hulk messages. There's always something new on the Hulk Hogan hotline. Call now, 1-900-737-HULK. Call costs $1.49 per minute. Kids get parents' permission. Charges will appear on the parents' phone bill.
And as far as I'm concerned, Ric Flair, at the Clash of Champions, brother, I'm gonna teach you once and for all what Hulkamania does when it's tired of messing with you.
Back with you, the Clash of the Champions. It's been the biggest return match in the history of WCW, but one that's been shrouded in mystery for the last 2 hours. But Hulk Hogan is here. The fans are ready. And let's go to the ring introduction to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clash of Champions featured match of the evening, sanctioned by the WCW. Officials in attendance, Commissioner Mr. Nick Bockwinkel, and when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Randy Anderson. And now, for the moment the world has been waiting for, the rematch. The rematch of 2 of the greatest professional wrestlers in the history of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, from the heartland of America, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, let's get ready to rumble! Coming to the ring at this time, escorted by the infamous sensuous Sherry, wearing purple, weighing in at 236 3/4 pounds. From Charlotte, North Carolina, this future Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer is one of the great living legends of the ring. Famous for the devastating figure 4 leg lock, he enters the arena in the unfamiliar role tonight as the challenger. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 11-time heavyweight champion of the world, who won, the only Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Well, many people feel that Flair is the man behind it all along.
Hogan! 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 Where are you? Bring me the title now! Bring me the title now! Hogan!
All right, fans, we will...
Hogan! Woo!
We will have the introduction of Hulk Hogan. Right after this timeout.
Keep your mouth shut, punk.
On the Clash of the Champions on TBS.
Keep your mouth shut. You got a problem? Hey! Hey! He's hey! Flair Hogan! Come on, Hogan. Walk down here, big man.
Well,
give the champ the belt.
The Hulkster's music
Come
is
on,
dead
baby.
here at the Clash of the Champions. But still no Hulkster.
Come on, Hogan. Bring me the world title, man. Bring me the world title. Hey, Fatso, have a seat, you. Have a seat, Fatso.
I tell you what, Hogan is not coming in this ring.
What I
if in
tell
fact
the
he
world,
makes it to hand the
Hogan
title
would never
to Ric
show.
Flair, I can tell you that. He's going to come to wrestle.
Why don't he just FedEx it to him and save himself the embarrassment?
Hogan!
See, this was perpetrated by Ric Flair. You can see it on his face. Look at that.
Bring me the belt.
Schiavone.
Hogan!
Hey, unless you have proof, Making a statement like that will get you in nothing but trouble.
Here he is!
Jimmy there, blue-eyed.
It's a heart as big as the entire United States. It's the power of Hulkamania. And it has walked back to the hospital. The knee is bandaged against the advice of his attorney, Henry Holmes.
But is he going to get in the ring, or is he just going to hand Flair the belt?
What do you think?
I think he's going to get in the ring and fight, but he's too dumb. He's a smart man, he'd hand him the title. But we all know when the people get behind Hulkamania, nothing will stop that force.
Flair thinks he's going to hand the belt to him. Look at this. Flair thinks exactly, well, you two think alike anyway. And Hogan's going to hand the belt to him.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He knew he couldn't beat Ric Flair. Maybe that guy that hit him was a setup. Maybe that was Hogan's guy.
No, it was
Maybe it was a rubber pipe. This is his way out, maybe. Who knows? But you know what Flair's going to go for, don't you?
Oh, of course.
He just wants to the head of this belt. And you think,
oh, yeah! Forget about it! The Hulkster is here! And he's not handing nothing except his right hand, side of his head! The Hulkster, like we've never seen him before, is going wild! I hope Flair's got another robe! The Hulkster!
he still wants to get his hands on Ric Flair. He thinks Flair's behind what happened to him. I think Hogan's behind it.
And Flair's getting a taste.
He is stuffing his t-shirt down Ric Flair's mouth.
It's the bandana, actually. Oh, yeah, we've never seen the Hulkster like this. Flair, from the beginning, has fueled a new fire in the gut of Hulkamania.
Those t-shirts, bandanas, feathers, anything you want is in this ring right now. Flair, go for the leg.
Sending Flair upside down and face first. The Hulkster limping in the ring. Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
They're on the floor here. Those chops having no effect. The Hulkster.
The referee's letting this go now. He don't care. Ooh. Oh, my goodness.
Took a towel from a fan and sent Flair to the ring post. You gotta wonder, though, the heart and the determination of Hulk Hogan. How long can he go with just one good leg?
Unless it's a scam, unless he isn't really hurt.
Give me a break, Green.
He's a liar. He's a no-good human being, and you know that. He'd lie to you as soon as he lied to anybody.
Number one, he never hurt your neck. Number two, Ric Flair perpetrated what happened, and those are my opinions.
And number three, you weren't there.
And I think millions of fans realize that as well as I do.
I don't care what millions of fans think about my neck or his leg or Ric Flair. That's not the concern right now.
Flair said he had the ultimate surprise for Hulk Hogan, and obviously it looked out to be the perfect plan, but that is not the case.
Come on, referee, he's using something in there. Stop him.
A warning from the referee. We've never seen a Hulk Hogan need to be warned before.
I'm surprised Rick isn't going after the leg.
He went to the eye.
Get the leg, Rick.
Snapmare, Hogan over. Flair and Hogan 2. The rematch. What a wild ride we've been on tonight. Into the midsection, the Hulkster. Back up. You can't keep him down. He should know by now. Whoa! Flair goes for a hole. They're standing in Cedar Rapids for the Hulkster. Look at him.
What a clash. This isn't smart for Hogan to get out there. He's got to get out on the floor. He's got to get back into the ring. That's more stress on that knee.
No, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
The Hulkster and Flair fighting on the outside. The Hulkster going wild. He always talked about Hulkamania running wild. We are seeing it up close and personal here. We might get a count out.
But how long can that leg hold? Hogan's right around, what, 280? 275? I don't know. How much longer can that leg hold out?
The referee is letting this one go, like you said, Green.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than a title match. It's personal.
Well, WCW is doing it. They're doing whatever the people want. They'll give the people.
The chant of Hogan, Hogan. Flair hits the deck.
Hogan just gave him a headbutt. He wound up hurting himself. Rick, get the knee.
I'm going to give Randy Anderson a lot of credit. Fans, they want to see a title match, and he's letting it go.
Oh, he could have counted him out 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
He could have disqualified him 15 different times.
Hogan's got a chair. Flair's up against him. Oh, my. Flair rolls in the ring, and now here we go.
This is a Hogan like I've never seen before.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, look at his eyes. They're just glassy and glazed. He's just looking at Flair and just wants to tear him apart. He don't care about keeping the title. He don't care about beating Flair. He just wants to rip him apart. And Flair feels the same way, believe me.
Flair's going to try to suplex him in the center of the ring. He got him up. Look at the power of Ric Flair. Incredible, the Nature Boy. And Hogan hops up.
He's on his feet. He is on his feet.
Clothesline.
I think he caught Flair by surprise coming to the ring. Flair never thought he'd come back from the hospital. He has turned the whole complexion of this match around.
Oh, yeah.
See, and that's the humanoid fans. They get behind this moron, and he hears them and listens to them, and that's what gets the blood pumping in those pythons.
Hogan and Flair going at it live here on TBS.
WCW at its best. We are #1.
Capacity crowd at the Cedar Rapids 5-season center.
Yeah, 4 seasons. They have one with 5. That makes sense.
Upside down for Flair again. And down he goes with the clothesline. Oh, he went head first on the outside.
Boy, did he ever. Flair's hurt. Flair's hurt.
And Hogan's ready to end it all. The WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Hulk Hogan.
But back on the floor, in the ring. That's putting a lot of stress on that knee.
You are seeing living proof why WCW is now the standard. These two, the two greatest in our sport, going at it. Hogan and Flair. Watch out, we're going to fan in with all this. Boy, this is wild.
They're right over us. They're right over us.
And Hogan's got the championship belt in his hand.
He's used the towel. He's used the crutch. He's used the rails. He's used the ring post. He's used the belt, chairs. What will this man do? This man is out of control.
No, I think Flair's out of control.
Here we go. Time for school.
And Brain, he can't take too much of this. He cannot take too much of this.
Who cares what Hogan can take or what he can't take? He deserves everything he's getting right now.
Flair shoving away on the knee.
Look at the feathers on his back. I told you the man's a chicken.
Oh, there she is. Cincher with Sherry. Oh, well, she did not hit the knee. And Flair once again working on that knee. Earlier in the night.
Bring back the meat wagon. Hogan's going for another ride. He must have told him just hold his room there. I'll be back in 20 minutes. You're seeing history made tonight. Hulkamania is dissolving right in front of your very eyes. It is over. It is over for Hulkamania.
Flair, if he puts the figure 4 on, obviously it's going to be over. I would think. But maybe and still we see so much of Hulkamania.
Jimmy Hart is beside himself. He's pacing back and forth. The man's like a caged animal. Sure, it's his meal ticket.
Hogan shrugged him off.
I notice his boots aren't even laced all the way up. He's got no support at all.
Come on, Hulkster, come on,
Flair
baby.
focusing in and just homing in on the leg.
Give it up, Hogan. Save yourself the embarrassment. There's nothing wrong with being beat by Ric Flair. Save yourself a butt kicking. Walk out of here. Draw out of here.
You underestimate Hulk Hogan. Flair pulling by that ace bandage.
Look, Flair's taking him for a walk.
Oh, no!
The referee won't let this go much longer.
A vicious nature boy, Ric Flair.
Like I've never seen him before either. Flair can mix it up with the best of them. That's why he's been champion of the world 11 times. But not tonight. Tonight he's looking in a different direction. He wants to end the reign of Hulk Hogan once and for all.
Hogan back up on the apron now. And the chant of Hogan rises out of the 5-season center again. He draws from it, just like he did in Orlando. But this time, of course, it's an entirely different ballgame.
Your best bets. Here we go. Here we go. It's over. We've got a new champion of the world for the 12th time. Ric Flair, and it's only a matter of time. Ring the bell, somebody.
Well, I'm going to let you know one thing. Yes, it puts pressure on that left knee, which is key. But the bulk of the pressure is on the right knee on a figure 4.
Well, then you ought to put the figure 8 on him and get both legs.
But Hogan, obviously, the knee can't take much more of this.
But you're talking about 2 healthy knees.
Right.
He's got 1 healthy knee there. We know it. They are standing here. They are living in Cedar Rapids.
Flair's got it on. He twisted that left knee around to put the figure 4 on, and the pain is just
won't give up. He will not give up.
You're right. The Hulkster will not stay down. Look at it.
He's coming out of it.
Blocking out the pain.
He is coming out of it.
This may be the first time I've ever seen anyone just power out of the figure 4.
He just powered out of it. He really did.
They usually roll out or go to the rope. But he powered. That's right. He powered out of it.
He just took his meat hooks like he had around my neck and just raised the leg of Ric Flair and powered out of it.
This is unbelievable. This is WCW. This is why we're #1.
Look at Hogan. The adrenaline's going through his body. Look at this. Look at this.
Hogan mounting yet another incredible comeback. Sending Flair for the ride. The foot. Oh, he went down.
His weight. I told you. The knee couldn't support the weight. He's back on his feet.
Look at him get up.
What is wrong with this man? What keeps him going, Schiavone?
It's the power of Hulkamania. He went down for the big foot, and now he is going for it all.
He got him flush in the mush right in the face. But that may have taken more out of Hogan than he could stand. Jimmy Hart is beside himself here.
The big leg drop. But Hogan cannot make a cover because of the pain.
I've seen Ric Flair wrestle for years. I've seen him wrestle hour matches, 2-hour matches. But in the last 10 minutes, I've never seen him take a beating like this. And I've never seen him dish a beating out like this.
Hogan could not stand. The knee's gone out. It's out. This may be permanent injury right here. And Flair.
Here we go again.
He's going for it again. Too much pain now.
Rick, reverse it, reverse it.
Oh, look at the pain. Listen to the Hulkster.
Listen to him shouting, help me, help me. Why me, why me, help me. Scream, you miserable slob. Scream so I can hear you. Scream when he whips you. Scream.
He says no.
What keeps this man
fans are standing in the 5-seat contender. He has reversed the figure 4.
He's doing push-ups while he's in the figure 4. Look at that.
Jimmy Hart's got Sherry on the other end. Keeping her down.
Jimmy, you better run for your life. She'll kill you.
Sherry. Oh. Taking her shoe and hitting him right in the back of that. Look at her.
With the high heel.
Hogan is down.
Wonder what Bunkhouse going to do about this.
We got an 8 count. 9, 10. The referee's calling for the bell.
Okay, now what does that mean now? He wins the match, does he win the title?
No, it's a count out.
What a cowardly way for Hogan to...
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
The winner is Nature Boy Ric Flair, but Hogan will retain the title.
The winner, and once again, heavyweight champion of the world, Ric Flair!
No, that is wrong. The belt does not change on a count out, and the referee is not giving Flair the belt. You see, well, Flair took the belt from the referee.
Referee! Anderson, is Flair the new champion? No, Flair's not the champion.
That's exactly right. He is not the new champion.
He has counted Hogan out. The belt does not change hands.
No victory, ladies and gentlemen. A disqualification. Still champion Hulk Hogan. The belt cannot change hands on disqualification.
Well, it wasn't a disqualification either. He was counted out. Do I have to do everybody's job here?
Hogan's back in. Flair's got the belt.
Oh.
It's Hulk Hogan's belt.
He is back on his feet.
The Hulkster loses to Ric Flair. We got the masked man in.
Who is that masked man?
The person. This is the person that attacked Hulk Hogan earlier.
That did it. That leg's shot. That leg is gone.
And they've now putting the figure 4 on Hogan again.
And the masked man is gone. What a perfect plan. The ultimate insult to Hulk Hogan.
Look at her kicking the leg. Here comes Sting. We told you earlier Sting had arrived from Chicago.
He flew all the way here from Chicago to be with his buddy Hulk Hogan. Isn't that admirable?
Flair's got the belt, but it's not his.
Well, it's one thing to have the belt, but another thing to be considered champion. Well, that's just the technicality.
Hulk Hogan retains the WCW World Heavyweight title, but the fact is that he is down, and I don't even believe he can get to his feet right now. We definitely need to get some more medical help, and this is not good to see it happen twice in one night. Sting trying to help him up. The Hulkster.
Who was that masked man, Kemosabe?
I have no idea. It obviously was the same man who attacked Hulk Hogan earlier. It obviously was a plant from Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, see, this doesn't look good because it makes it look like Flair was involved in this. Jimmy Hart thrown over the top rope to the floor. Look at Hogan, he is still standing. He is still walking.
Flair took the title. Hogan is asking for the title belt.
You're lucky you got anything left, Hogan. Don't pick on me.
Ric Flair.
You've done enough to me.
Walked away with the title belt, and the scene in the ring.
There's Greg Gagne, one of the WCW officials.
Flair told us he had the ultimate surprise for Hulk Hogan. Obviously, it was the game plan to take him out. But Flair did not win the title.
I know that. And Flair knows it too. He took the belt. He knows he'll have to give it back, but he's just rubbing it in the wound. That's what he's doing.
Hogan being helped out by trainer Chuck Chache. Sting, the EMTs are still here.
Oh yeah, he's going back to the hospital. He's going back to Bedpan City. Look at the determination in those eyes. There is a man hell-bent on getting his hands on Ric Flair again.
All right, I'm told we're going to look at something here that happened during the match possibly. Hulk Hogan is still the heavyweight champion of the world, but the war between look at that, Hulkamania rules. The war between he and Ric Flair has not ended.
Boy, this makes the war between the United States and Iraq look like a high school picnic. This is a war. This is the Clash. This is WCW, and that's why we are #1.
All right, Brudai is there. Sting came all the way from Chicago, watching our program live.
You know what that's got to cost in a Learjet to come from Chicago to here?
Oh, it's thousands of dollars.
Huh.
Wow. Well,
it's not like you would do hopping on the Hound.
The chant of Hogan remains here.
And no one has left the building. They're still here, and they're still chanting for Hogan.
All right, we're going to go back now and take a look. Now, here is the guy that apparently attacked Hogan earlier in the night.
Now, him coming out here and jumping Hogan while Flair's in the ring makes it look like he has something to do with Ric Flair an involvement.
It makes it look like what it was.
Not a setup, but I mean...
Yeah, a setup.
No, I
the
didn't mean
ultimate
a setup.
surprise. And then the figure 4. Sherry went on to kick the knee from there. Look at this.
Oh, look at this. He lands on that knee right with his shin. And once again, he slaps that figure 4 on him.
Hulk Hogan is still the heavyweight champion of the world. Ric Flair walks away with a WCW World title belt, and it was a dastardly act perpetrated, obviously, by Nature Boy Ric Flair earlier in the night to send Hulk Hogan.
See, now that's what happens with the media. And you're one of those people that say things out of text. You're going to make the whole world think that Ric Flair had something to do with this. You don't have proof. I don't have proof. Nobody's got proof. So you can't make these kind of statements. I am going right now to tell Ric Flair exactly what you said.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Why did the same guy get in the ring?
Circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence. The fact of the matter is Hulk Hogan is still...
Don't you watch CNN? Don't you watch hearings?
Hulk Hogan is still the heavyweight champion of the world. And fans, as we told you earlier, we have a tremendous program, 6:05 Eastern Time this coming Saturday night, where the Nasty Boys take on Pretty Wonderful for the WCW World Tag Team title. You see they're letting Hulk Hogan back into the ambulance. They'll take him back to the hospital. We will have a report on Hulk Hogan this coming Saturday.
And Sunday on my hotline, I'm going to try to get an interview tonight with the doctor and find out exactly what's wrong with the leg. I'm off to the hospital.
Fans, it's been a tremendous Clash of the Champions. Thank you very much. For Cedar Rapids, Iowa, from all of us, good night, everybody.